Hi everyone. I wanted to share with you another unexplainable with a capital U. It was when I was working for a temp job. I was called back to a previous job. One of my supervisor, she was 30 years old, had died suddenly, and they needed someone to kind of pick up the slack. And so my previous coworker, whom I shared the office with, I returned to that office, and she and I ended up carpooling. She used to carpool with Valerie, the supervisor, but Valerie had died, and anyhow, my coworker displayed really weird behavior. She kept smelling cigarette smoke, and I have a really, really strong sense of smell, which I've shared with you under Nose Nose. But I finally, after 2 weeks or so, I noticed a pattern. I said, "You're smelling cigarette smoke every time we're carpooling, or during breaks, or before or after work." And those are the times that Valerie smoked. And because of my own experiences, I think she might be trying to say hi. It's just something to think about and consider as a maybe, because I don't know how this stuff works. And it turns out that those were the exact times that Valerie smoked, and so my coworker thought about it, and then she wrinkles her nose and she goes, "Valerie knows I don't like cigarette smoke." I said, "I know, but maybe she came through in other ways and you just were not paying attention. But my gosh, for 2 weeks now, you have been paying attention." So from my experience, you can wish, or you can ask her, what's her favorite color or animal or something like that, and then ask, to see a sign that way. So she thought about it. We had this talk in the morning on the way to work. So, and then when I talked about looking for signs, we were already in the front hall or the lobby of the workplace, and so she thought, well, she likes the color purple, or it could be butterflies because she likes butterflies. It was her screensaver, and I think she said her necklace. Anyhow, so we are busy at work, and we're both facing the wall with our backs to each other and have a silly 3/4 wall between us. And then she's whispering, "Jan, Jan." And usually we talk while continuing our work without facing each other, but she wasn't answering me when I'm like, "Yes, what?" And so I finally get up and look over the 3/4 wall, and there, tapping on her window, is a purple butterfly. And what's beautiful is later, after I was transferred somewhere else, we kind of lost touch, but she still had my number, and she said, "Jen, I'm moving, and or I've moved, and I don't know how Valerie's going to find me." I said, "I don't know how this works, but how did she find you the first time?" So then I said, "Well, just, wish for her to come to visit you." And I've since visited her place, so I know what her new home is like. Her front porch step, it's like 1.5 staircase going up. The main floor is like the top floor. I don't know how to explain that but better, but there are lots of stairs. You cannot just ring the doorbell and run away. So she was walking coincidentally by her front door when the doorbell rang. So she was right there to open it, and she said a purple butterfly was just right there in front of the doorway. And she looked down the stairs, and no one was there, and there wouldn't have been time for someone to run away. And I wasn't there for that one, but I do believe her. So if you're missing someone, ask for something like that, okay? Thanks for listening.